Apple TV Plus's Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet.
I've started going to the cinema quite a lot, and they seem to be playing these trailers for these Apple TV Plus shows. So that's sort of why we did Little America. And this one is set in...
I need you to stop going to the cinema, or at least arriving after the
Well,
screen.
I will forego the one that they're trailering a lot at the moment, which is Bulletproof Series 2. So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this is set in the studio of a video game company. Mythic Quest is a World of Warcraft type game, I would say, and it's been a massive success. And it's basically the team there. So you've got the creator. I want to say Ian, but they're calling him Ian.
Yes, that was one of my first annoyances.
I was going to say that would have annoyed Luke. And this is created, I should say, by the people behind It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, notably Rob McElhaney, who also stars as Ian. Then you've got the lead engineer Poppy, who's quite highly strung. Danny Pudi from Community. In this, he plays the head of monetization, Brad. Very odd casting that F. Murray Abraham is in this as this sort of pompous writer, C.W. Longbottom. We've also got David Hornsby, who's also in It's Always Sunny. He's playing the boss of the group, the executive producer. And then there's also the two game testers who are in a different room and sort of just appear every now and then. It's sort of your traditional workplace sitcom, really, but sort of a new sort of modern workplace, I suppose. Luke, from your tone, I get you didn't really like this very much.
So there's a couple of scenes where they're all bearing their soul to the head of human resources. I liked that, and I liked her, and I liked the way they used her, and I thought she was very good. And I liked the bit where they're taking the mick out of him while he's trying to make a point, and they're fiddling about with his voice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The rest of it, it's a bit... it reminded me of Silicon Valley, which people have raved about, and I tried a couple of times and just haven't been able to get on board with. It's a world that I don't really understand. I don't know, I just found it a little irritating. I found them all a little irritating. None of it made me smile, really. It was just a bit of I'll get through this. I'll get through it. It'll be all right.
But Daniel Bedingfield.
Yeah, it was more of a arduous task for me. I just didn't, and I like what I've seen of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which, according to the US critics I follow, is in its 15th season and still churning out, discussion-worthy episodes. But I don't know, this just fell a bit.
That's got a bit of an edge to it, though. It's Always Sunny. They tackle very controversial topics, whereas this, as I say, it felt very old-fashioned in a way. It felt very like your sort of traditional workplace sitcoms. It reminded me of something like Just Shoot Me off the top of my head, where people would go into the studio and you'd have different people in different offices and they'd have different conversations. I did watch a little bit of the second episode as well, and each episode seems to be a couple of people in the office versus another person in the office, and those sort of feuds and the comic sort of possibilities from them. As you said, there's certain bits of it. I do quite like the game testers, actually, and it seems a sort of side story where one of them's sort of attracted to the other one, but they're sort of like sidened off from the rest of the gang, really. F. Murray Abraham seems to be in a different sitcom to everyone else. Danny Pudi seems to want to be playing against type here as sort of the non-nerd who doesn't really understand the gaming world, but we still think of him as our bed, really. I don't think he's going to...
It didn't have an audience proxy, did it, really?
No.
It didn't have someone going, I'm like you, I don't understand this world either, and I'm planted in it and I don't get it. And it just felt like from the off it was very all about swords. I didn't understand why that mattered.
Spades,
sorry. No, shovels.
Well, that's sort of a spade.
Well, spade.
No.
Shovel, spade, shovel. It wasn't for me. And,
no.
Yeah.
But
was it for you?
There were bits I liked. I think I agree with you, but there was no one sort of to latch onto. It's sort of a forgettable show, though, really. It's not up there. It's not sort of something like Little America, which was quite unique, or the morning show, which was sort of the big name sort of vehicle. This even though as well it's been renewed already for a second.
They've done that with every one of their commissions though at the moment. Apple TV.
Have they done that with Little America?
Yes.
That'd be interesting. Whereas this, no, this isn't interesting.